Today is a very special event for these three young ladies. This is the pinnacle of their career to this point. To make it to this point, to be recognized in order to receive a full athletic scholarship as a student athlete takes a lot of time, a lot of discipline. And so the role of a student athlete does call for a lot of long hours, blood, sweat, and tears. And so this is an opportunity for us to recognize and acknowledge these three young ladies and their future endeavors as they go off to college. We do have immediate family members and guests here as well to celebrate and honor. And so I'll step away and let, of course, a few other people who are probably more qualified as our athletic director and Mr. Williams, they'll come up and say a few words, and then from there, we'll move forward with the signing. So thank you all again.
I have to move the microphone down because of Mr. Sterling's height and my lack of it. Hey, I addressed these ladies just a minute ago in the library, but one of the things I want to emphasize is the fact, I know the work and the effort that they put in, the time that they put in. I had the opportunity to teach a Bible study to a lot of you guys when y'all were in 7th and 8th grade, and I remember the Sunday evenings that both Chanlyn and Grace would come in just right at 6 o'clock when we would just be starting. Chanlyn would be covered head to toe with the sand from the softball field, and Grace would have had her hair up in a ponytail just because she would have left that. But their commitment to their sport, not only that, but to their group, and you two are to be commended. Now, Bria didn't know in that capacity, but I also know that just the amount of time that she spent making herself into the basketball player that she is. But that's just half the equation. The other half is the type of students they are. Because had they not been good students, then that university would not have taken a chance on them. So I'm here today to congratulate you on behalf of Sunnyvale ISD, let y'all know how proud we are of you and what great things we expect from you. So again, congratulations.
Well, like both of these men have said, this is an exciting day, and I've known these three for a long time. Longer than I've been here, I've just known them in the community and around. And so, of course, I've watched Grace and Bria play basketball and seen them put in the hard work. And then Chanlyn is my niece, so I've seen her and know how hard she has worked on pitching and softball for years and years and years. And so we're proud of them. And like Mr. Sterling mentioned, they have put in tons and tons of blood, sweat, and tears for this to happen. And so, by the way, have these parents. These parents have drugged them to who knows where, to all kinds of games, Saturday mornings early, all over the place. And not even just the state of Texas, all over the place. And so let's give them a hand too, these parents. Important students for you to know is that hard work pays off. And these girls have worked extremely, extremely hard. They're not just walking up here today to sign a scholarship that somebody just one day came up and gave them. They have worked extremely hard for that. So that's something important to remember for all of us is when you work hard, great things happen. So now we're going to celebrate with them. And so we're going to start off, and Grace Goodhart today is going to sign with Loyola University Chicago. Bria Johnson will be signing with Houston Baptist University. I'm done now. University of Arkansas at Monticello. All right, now Grace Goodhart is going to come up and say a few words.
Wow, this is a lot of people. Thank you guys for coming. It means a lot. First off, I would like to get all of the cliche thank yous out of the way. You know, like, no, I'm just kidding. But no, for real. Thank you to my friends that have been there with me and through all of this with me and stuck with me, because I know that I'm not really the easiest person to deal with, but y'all really mean a lot to me and you really have a big part of why I'm standing here right now. I want to say thank you to my teachers, every one of you that have taught me. Obviously, Loyola University is a very prestigious college, and I would not have been able to even have the chance to go there if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you for that. My friends' parents, Miss Marie, I see you right there. Everybody, thank you for taking me to practice, taking me to games, taking me everywhere that at times my parents weren't able to take me to. So I thank you guys for that. My coaches, every single coach that I've had is pretty much here, and I'm so grateful for that. Every one of you has had a big part of my, you guys have been a big part of my life, and I thank you for that. And then my parents, there's no words to describe how grateful I am. Grateful I am that you guys have got me this far. So anyway, the rest of my speech. If you know me at all, you know that the come up is real. Y'all know the struggle was real a few years ago. And if you ask Bria, it still sometimes is real. Y'all know the struggle is real too. But today I'm signing my national letter of intent to play collegiate basketball. Getting to this moment has been everything but easy, and I mean everything but easy. The amount of work the three of us have put in would be unimaginable to some of you. The hours of excruciating practices and the extra time on our own has alone been some of the hardest times. On top of that, we have to put school into the equation. We do actually have to pass our classes to play. What most people don't realize is we spend just as much time worrying about school as we do worrying about our sports. And we also can't forget that we have friends. Friends that love us and support us. Friends that give us a hard time because we can't hang out because we have practices or big tournaments on the weekends. Friends that tell us it's okay when we lose, even though they know we want to punch a brick wall. If it weren't for friends like these, I'm sure we would have already gone insane. But my point here is that it takes a community. I didn't do this by myself, not even close. In fact, I wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't here for all you guys that supported me and us through our ups and downs. I can honestly stand here and say you guys are a big part of my success as a player. We work hard for you guys, and we make sure to represent Sunnyvale well. I also owe a big thank you to every coach I've ever had. Although I've had many, they all still hold a special place in my heart. Yes, even you, Coach Marcus, even though you kicked me out of practice like 3 times. No, but needless to say, I owe a lot of gratitude to a lot of people. The person I want to thank the most is my brother. If you guys knew how many times y'all knew how many times I made him come shoot with me, y'all would think that he deserves 1,000 awards. And to be honest, he does deserve that many awards. He's been to almost all my games, and one thing I especially love is his honesty. One time I had played one of the best games of the season. I had a great game. Everybody was telling me good job. Everybody was, giving me high fives, and I get to Cash, and he says, "Oh, you did all right." He said, "You missed 2 free throws, some girl scored on you and you missed a layup. I was like, wow. I said, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Leaving him will be the hardest part of all of this. So before I get more emotional, I want to thank all of you one more time for being here. And so with all that being said, I'm pleased to announce that I'll be playing basketball at Loyola University in Chicago.
All right, now Bria Johnson is going to say a couple of words.
I think I'm gonna cry too. So, wow, it was a journey to get here, you know. A lot of stuff happened in my life that was unfortunate. But I made it through because of these people behind me and you in front of me. And I just love you all. I thank all my coaches for pushing me, even when I was throwing up or crying or, didn't want to do it. I thank Coach Marcus for the excruciating film sessions when we won by 40. I thank Coach Amp, for always telling me to just push and be a leader. I thank Coach Derek for always taking me to the gym. Literally, always, every day, twice a day. All my friends, thank y'all. And I love my mom. So, I'm going to Houston Baptist and I'm going to be a Husky.
All right, and now Chanlyn Turner is going to say a couple words.
I guess we'll find out if I have to cry or not. First off, I want to thank everyone for coming out today to share this special commitment with me. Many of you know that my softball career this far has been anything but easy. Whether it be the late night practices, the tournament-filled weekends, or even the time I sacrificed to play the sport I love. But now as I sign my national letter of intent to play at the collegiate level, it is all paying off. To get where I am today, I had one object in mind: to never be satisfied with where I am and to keep my eyes on where I want to be. This meant that I had to have a solid work ethic and continue to be hungry for a position on the field. I would do whatever it takes to reach my goal, whether it be increase my spin on my rise ball, gain 2 or 3 inches of movement on my curve ball, or even increase my screwball by 1 or 2 miles an hour. Today, I am signing to play at a higher level, but I committed to the sport years ago with all of the time and effort I put into it. I don't think I can even count the number of times I had to say, sorry, I have softball. I made a small choice long ago to follow a big dream, and I am overjoyed to have these dreams become a reality. Now I would like to thank all of the people who have supported me and helped shape me, not only as an athlete, but also as an individual throughout my journey. I would like to thank God for blessing me with my ability, then my coaches who have helped me mature as an athlete, build strong character, develop my passion for softball, and lastly, they've gone beyond preparing me for a game, but prepared me for the life ahead of me. I haven't exactly had too many coaches in Select. I've had 2 ones that I really consider. I played for one guy, Lupe, for about 6.5 years. And so if you know anything about Select sports, if you can stay with somebody that long, that means a lot. And then I played one season. Here it goes. I played one season with a coach who was like a mom and a big sister to me all in once. And it helped me mature as a player, but also it went beyond that. Like, we've had games where I didn't even play. I wasn't even in the dugout. She took me to the side and we would just talk when I had something going on. I am also grateful to have such amazing friends and teammates who have always believed in me and been supportive throughout my journey. Lastly, I want to thank my family. Thank you to my brother and sister for all of the tournaments that you have sat through, the balls that you have chased, and the amount of support you have given me throughout the years. Thank you to my dad for watching countless videos, reading numerous articles, and being willing to get hit in order to make me better. Thank you to my mom for building me up after every breakdown, believing in me even when it gets to full count, and always being my #1 fan. All that being said, my name is Chanlyn Turner, and I intend to play softball next year at the University of Arkansas, Monticello.
Well, congratulations, ladies, once again. This does conclude this portion of it. We will have an opportunity for those young ladies to take pictures with their family. We do have our softball team that I'm sure they would love to take some last pictures with you all in this important event. Again, this is an outstanding accomplishments for these young ladies. I know this is a new tradition. We're trying to do it in a different venue, but you all don't understand how, like I said, how much this means to these young ladies for you to come support them. So I do appreciate it. Let's give them one more round of applause.